जेजू भायल्यांतल्यान गरीब आसलो जायत, पूण मनशाळेन खूब ग्रेस जालो. आनी आयज ह्या नाताला सुमयार आमी ह्या संवसारांतली सगळी भायली पूण चड करून भितरली गरीबसाण पयसावंक वावरूया.
Christmas season is the best time to open your hearts. On behalf of the Archbishop, I extend a hearty welcome to one and all gathered here for this annual civic reception.
Mary gave birth to her firstborn son and wrapped him in swaddling clothes and laid him in a manger because there was no place for them in the inn. And the angel of the Lord appeared to the shepherds who were keeping watch over their flock, and the glory of the Lord shone around them. And the angel said, "Behold, I bring you good news of a great joy which will come to all the people."
The feast of Christmas celebrates the birth of Jesus Christ, which took place over 2000 years ago. Christians all over the world believe that the birth of Christ signals an historical irruption of the divine reality into human history. For we believe that at that first Christmas, God took human form and was named Jesus, and that this uniquely holy birth elevated human dignity to its highest level, a level touching the divine. I would like to think of Christmas as the realization of God's dream for humanity. For Christmas celebrates that intense moment, that explosion of God's love for humankind, focused tenderly on the frailty and littleness of a babe in a manger. In that holy babe, God embraces our smallness in silence, with no outward splendor and power. We sing of a silent night, a holy night, which invites us to carry this God's embrace to everyone, every way, especially to those who have experienced darkness and shadow, poverty and want. At Christmas, we come to a profound realization that the God of the universe embraces us in our human vulnerability and littleness. Our great Goan poet, Manohar Rai Sardesai, aptly points out to this reality when he says, "Vishvyache bodpon gotya ede lanzale." The greatness of the universe became as little as a stable. God's dream becomes our dream when we bring joy, peace, forgiveness, and service to all, and work together with them to build a civilization of love. For this, we must develop a more positive perception of other people and groups. We tend to think less generously of people and groups we are not familiar with, or who we perceive to be different from us, or even opposed to us. Making God's dream our own reverses this process, helping us consciously to think better about these same people and groups. Partaking in God's dream, we are challenged to open the horizons of our mind and embrace people whom we are naturally not inclined to love, like the poor and the downtrodden, for example. The church in Goa has dedicated this year to the poor and the underprivileged. The theme that you read above the backdrop indicates that. When Jesus Christ began his mission on earth at the age of 30, he proclaimed, God has anointed me to bring good news to the poor. This being so, we cannot celebrate Christ or Christmas without including the poor into our celebration. If there is one season when we need to intensify our sensitivity, samvedana, and compassion, karuna, to the poor around us, it is this holy season of Christmas, when we contemplate the divine child being born in total poverty and being laid in a manger, thus identifying himself with the poorest of the poor and the homeless, and beckoning us to do the same. My dear friends, Christmas is a feast that transcends religious affiliations. Many people who are not followers of Christ are seen donning Santa Claus caps, doing Christmas shopping, merrymaking, and even decorating their homes with Christmas trees and lights. Actually, doing all this has no meaning if one does not know what Christmas is all about. It is with this in mind that I invite you to open your hearts and minds to God, by whichever name you may call him. May he lead our lives along the paths of samvedana and karuna, and enable us to live according to these profound values enshrined into the ethos of our Indian civilization. We all need an open mind and a large heart today. Such openness will facilitate God's taking flesh in our lives, and thus enable us to become living, walking witnesses of the divine.
It says, whatever you do, in word or deed, do everything in the name of Jesus, giving thanks to God. And therefore, my dear friends, my first word of thanks would go to God for giving us this beautiful evening, this evening of inspiring messages, this evening of beautiful song and dance, and this evening of tasty refreshments to follow.